As always, I'm excited for more video game announcements, but I'm also just not excited because it's really early. So here we are. Um, there's very good evidence that there will not be any news about Hollow Knight Silksong today. So we're not necessarily here hoping for Hollow Knight Silksong. We're here because there are a lot of really cool indie games. It would be cool if there was a Hades 2 full release date here. That would be a pretty big likelihood. My sibling, as I mentioned in the description, my sibling saw an update from the Crowsworn kickstarter that implies, it doesn't confirm, but implies that they've signed an NDA for some kind of event that they are now no longer able to give the same update that they expected to give for their yearly Kickstarter update. So it would be cool to get like another extended gameplay reveal for Crowsworn. My sibling likes Hollow Knight. He liked Hollow Knight before I did. They backed Crowsworn pretty high, and they got access to the first boss demo and then the extended demo that they did afterward, and he gave both to me. I keep saying he. They are non-binary, but they also tend not to care as much. They don't insist as much, so it's a bad habit. They gave me the demo, and the first one was like really good. The first boss demo was really good because it didn't feel like a Hollow Knight clone. It felt like a game taking Hollow Knight and interpreting it in a different way. Like more like Dark Souls than Hollow Knight is, because some of the bosses, the boss from this demo was very, very like, it felt more like a Dark Souls boss, learning the patterns, learning the moves. And then the extended demo, the platforming felt a lot like Hollow Knight, and the exploration felt a good amount like Hollow Knight. But the vibes were I mean, I think it's kind of gross, if I'm being honest. I have a weak stomach for certain kinds of like video game gore and or violence and or like, I don't know, sewers in particular just make me kind of sick. I don't like them. And so the vibes were there and present in the kind of catacomby sewery section of the game that I think they said is not going to be part of the full game, that they had all this work that they did, so they're like, oh well, whatever, we'll just make it into a demo for people to play. And again, it was good. I'm excited. I was held back by like uncomfortable unfamiliarity with the systems, but the TLDR is that Crowsworn looks to be a really, really good game. Now, Leth, the community manager for both Silksong and Crowsworn, has said that Silksong will come out before Crowsworn, almost like he said it with much confidence. So Crowsworn, I think, is probably targeting a 2026 release, where Silksong ideally is still targeting 2025. Doomers are pointing at all the lack of news as Silksong isn't coming out this year. I have faith. I think it'll come out sometime in like October or November. But we shall see, to say the least. But yeah. My fear always with these is that it is just going to be a bunch of cozy farming sims. I mean, there's probably Fields of Mystria is still in early access on Steam. If Fields of Mystria leaves early access soon, I could see a Switch port soon, because Fields of Mystria is exactly the kind of indie game that is often ported to the Switch, because the Switch is the home to all sorts of cozy games. But I don't know. I have nothing against cozy games, and I'm happy that many people find games like Stardew Valley cozy. I have not been able to complete Stardew Valley, and by complete I mean even finish the community center, because I just get burnt out of trying to optimize a game that doesn't need to be optimized. And so I'm not like antithetical to cozy games. There are some cozy style games that I enjoy. I mean, Breath of the Wild to some degree is a cozy game, but I have a hard time not doing the best that I can do in a video game. So again, my hope is that there's a lot of like cool stuff and neat stuff and not just a bunch of cozy farming sims. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. That's basically all of my pre-show ramble, I guess. I played pickleball for 3 hours yesterday, and I stretched fairly extensively, like almost 20 minutes of stretching. And I'm still so sore today, my shoulders especially. I am planning to binge Tears of the Kingdom today. I'm very excited to get back into it. It took a long-ish. I didn't do extra streams where I streamed it, so I'm excited to get back to it. And my dad is going to go through today and look through a new clue in Blueprints, and hopefully we'll come back and reconvene sometime tonight or tomorrow before I stream Blueprints again. And he'll share any insights that he's gotten, because I feel somewhat stuck. One thing he did say, the sanctum key locked up tight in the vault of a bank. He did not do anything special. He just got a vault key randomly in the house. And so there are a couple of ways we can try to manipulate getting a vault key that we can experiment with on Friday. I have a couple of ideas. The music room is a good one if we can get as many other keys as possible before drafting the music room. That's the hope. But I need to spend some considered thought trying to imagine where a king on his throne would be on the estate, so that we can take the last sanctum key from the king on his throne. I don't know if I think I was texting this to him, but one of my biggest confusions and frustrations is, are we supposed to find the last microchip before we find the last sanctum key? Or is it like meant to be concurrent? Or are we supposed to find all the sanctum keys and then that helps lead us to the last microchip? Randolph Moore, the person sending letters and implying things, sent a letter saying that if you want to find the microchips, you need to find a new clue or two, and also a picture of a sledgehammer. I've opened all of the sledgehammer doors on the estate currently. And I know that there is a sledgehammer thing elsewhere on the estate that I don't have access to, that I am hoping that like either the microchip or the sanctum key gives me access to that point. But again, like, it's just unclear what new clue I'm missing. I feel like it has to do with the tomb, but I don't know what to do with the tomb. So anyway, tangentially, it would be cool if Blueprints was ported to the Switch, if it isn't already. I actually don't know if it's on the Switch. I know it's on the PlayStation. No, it's not on the Switch, so it could actually show up on this Direct, which would be very funny. Anyway, so yeah, that's current, like, ambitions. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be trying to do on stream for Tears of the Kingdom today. Probably try to get more shrines and then go explore some of the depths. I also might just go, like, hunting bosses. That's something I really enjoy. If there are enough, like, shrines and whatever that it could be effective. I could also just try to gather more materials to upgrade stuff. I'm planning to do the Gerudo regional disturbance next, and then the Zora one last. So, see how this goes. Usually they have a fancy little animation before their directs, but that might just be for directs proper. So it's a little weird that it's just this blank screen. Anyway. I haven't, like, I've been so replete with games to play that I haven't really been focusing on games coming out. So I feel like I'm out of the loop, even though we haven't had major updates on anything since Summer Games Fest. Gamescom is probably going to have a lot of big stuff happening. I always watch at least the opening night Gamescom. I don't really... I would rather just play video games than look at all of the other directs and other presentations associated with it. Same with Summer Games Fest. I mean, Day of the Devs is sometimes a good time, but anyway, Gamescom is probably going to have a lot of good things. I don't think we're anywhere closer to Project Century. I forget what the actual name is. It's like Paradise something. Stranger Than Heaven, yeah. I don't think we're soon enough to see more details on that. I'm excited for it. I would wager if Resident Evil Requiem is coming out February next year. Gamescom is probably a little too soon to see more of it. It's probably gonna be Game Awards where we get like the big reveal trailer for it. That one like solo dev PlayStation game is probably going to get more details. Silent Hill F is coming out in September, and I feel like they've already done a lot of independent presentations. Maybe there will be a trailer. Silksong has a demo at Gamescom. We'll see if, I mean, again, like, we just want a release date. Team Cherry, anything, please. But yeah, a lot of cool things. Obviously, this is an indie world. We're not going to get Metroid 4 news. I really want to see what it's going to be like, because having used the mouse control for the Joy-Con 2s occasionally, it's so much smoother than I was ever expecting it to be. And so I would be very excited to see if, like, it's viable. Yeah, anyway. We got like 2 minutes before it starts, hopefully. Phantom Blade Zero is another game. I don't know. I have been less engaged by Souls-likes and hard games in general. I'm going to give Lies of P a try whenever I set up my PlayStation, because it was one of the free games for this month, which I'm so happy that I've waited long enough for it to be one. But Phantom Blade Zero could be really good. I want to play Black Myth Wukong. I want to play Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, but I just haven't had the money to buy these games. And so there are all sorts of Souls-likes that I just haven't played because I've not wanted to play hard games at the moment. We'll see if I get back into them, but I don't know. They were really good in college when I wanted something to, like, dive into, wanted something to struggle against. But, I mean, life's okay for me right now, and so I'm not as depressed as I was then. And so haven't been as interested in playing more difficult games. But we'll see. 9 o'clock, Nintendo. Shall we begin? There we go. Cool. Nice. This game does look pretty good. Games with this particular kind of graphical style, like the original Link's Awakening, I have a really hard time reading them visually, and so I'm not sure if I'll actually play this one, but it does look really good. That's also why I didn't play Shovel Knight very much. It's just hard to read for me.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Ariko.
And I'm Tyler. We're back to showcase a batch of new indies coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch systems. Since the launch of Nintendo Switch, indie games have brought us fresh perspectives, unique styles, and taken us on unforgettable adventures.
The support of these independent developers means there's something to play for everyone. We can't wait to discover what new experiences talented indie developers around the world are bringing to both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
And without further ado, let's dive into some titles for Nintendo Switch.
Custodian was pretty good. If I say that, not having played it, but... My biggest weakness. I like Metroidvanias, but I hate Metroidvanias that don't have a good jump. And I can't. It doesn't look like it has a good jump. It's pretty slick though. Well Dweller, Crypt Keeper, Well Dweller.
Oi, eu sou o Pedro, artista e designer do Neverway.
Eu sou Isadora, programadora e escritora do jogo. Quando começamos a fazer o Neverway, nós nos inspiramos em vários elementos de jogos que a gente ama. E nisso tentamos criar algo único.
A gente também notou como que usar contraste deixa a experiência muito mais fortes. Uma cena de terror, por exemplo, é muito mais impactante logo depois de algo acolhedor.
Esperamos que isso torne o mundo de Neverway muito mais vivo para vocês. E que vocês gostem do que vamos mostrar hoje.
You ever want to quit your job, move to a farm, and become the immortal herald of a dead deity?
Sounds intriguing. Tell me more.
It sounded intriguing to Fiona too, who hopes to survive this unusual set of circumstances in Neverway, a nightmarish life sim RPG co-created by the pixel artist of Celeste, with an original soundtrack from the composer for Fez and Hyperlight Drifter.
Nightmarish?
Don't worry, these circumstances come with a sword that Fiona uses to explore and fight through the Neverway, an alternate reality leaking into her own.
That sounds intense. Is she alone?
Not at all. Along the way, she'll meet a variety of charming characters, each with their own unique routines and story to follow. Befriend, romance, or deceive them to unlock buffs and combat abilities to help you on your journey.
Okay, I might have to give this immortal herald thing a whirl.
Answer the call, persist through this deadly dimension, engage in fast-paced combat, and pay off your debt when Neverway descends onto Nintendo Switch next
this
year.
One looks really good. I feel like I've seen this game or a game like it, and it also looks pretty good. We love a puffy jacket.
From the publisher of Firewatch comes Herdling, a new adventure from the creators of the acclaimed Far series. In this tale of beauty and companionship, guide a herd of mysterious creatures into the mountains and beyond.
The journey will be challenging but breathtaking as you traverse fog-wreathed forests, forgotten valleys, and snowy plateaus.
As you cross these diverse biomes, discover more of the fabled beasts known as calicorns and add them to your herd.
You'll also encounter eerie dangers, formidable obstacles, and environmental puzzles as you climb higher and forge your way to the mystery at the summit.
Wield your staff to guide the calicorns and join their exhilarating stampedes.
Embark on a tale of trust and survival when Herdling climbs onto Nintendo Switch
Nice.
August 21st. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Window seat or aisle?
Window. Booth or table?
Booth. Lone Wolf
Is this a
or
game
Life of the Party?
That is just
Now
the
that's a tough
the
Well,
traditional
those
like
are the
seating
types
puzzles.
of decisions you'll have to make in this pleasant puzzle
Made
game
into a
where you
simple puzzle
organize
game?
groups
That's
of
cute.
people according to their preferences. You're in charge of who sits where.
Play seating matchmaker to please picky characters by dropping them into social situations and watching them react.
Discover each character's unique
cute.
traits, from the relatable to the outlandish. Everyone has a seat at the table.
Piece together these satisfying puzzles at your own pace and unlock fun new scenarios like bus rides, banquets, limo rides, and more. Sit back, relax, and find the perfect spot for everyone in Is This Seat Taken? Launching on Nintendo Switch later today.
Fun.
Your favorite big city
Little
just
kitty
got
big
even
city.
bigger.
That's right. Little Kitty Big City is back with a free update, chock full of brand new opportunities for mischief.
Use the cat customizer to give your kitty a fresh new look, or even recreate your favorite fur ball.
Once you're looking meowvelous, head out into the city to explore new areas, make new friends, and check in on some familiar faces.
Get your paws dirty as you learn skills from your puppy pal, or strut your stuff for the fanciest feline celebrity in the whole wide city.
With a catwalk like that, it's a good thing you can also unlock additional camera mode features to capture it all.
Say cheese!
That's not a cat pun.
You gotta be kidding me.
The Little Kitty Big City free picture perfect update launches on Nintendo Switch this year.
We hope you're looking forward to the Nintendo Switch games you just saw.
Next up, let's take a look at some indies bound for Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay. It makes
Hey,
sense
we're
they had to
back.
have like
Back and under attack.
distinctions between
What?
presentations like that. Because of Switch 1 versus Switch
Put
2.
on a brave face, squad up with your friends, and hop into the diving bell as you try to go viral in the online co-op horror game. Content warning.
Grab your camera, courage, and cursed items for some shenanigans down in the depths of the old world.
Film as many happenings as possible before you run out of breath, batteries, or buddies.
As long as one of you makes it back to the surface, you can upload your footage to SpookTube, grab some popcorn, and watch the views roll in.
You've got 3 days to hit your view quota. More eyeballs equal more moolah. And the more ad revenue you can generate, the better gear you can acquire for your next run. What could possibly go wrong?
Fame and misfortune await in Content Warning, coming to Nintendo Switch 2
Fun.
and Nintendo Switch next year.
Hi, I'm Kenny Sun, and today I'm excited to share Ball Pit. It's an action roguelite that fuses elements inspired by some of my favorite games, like Hold Down, Vampire Survivors, and Loop Hero.
An interesting
I'm working with an amazing
games.
team of artists who have brought the world to life with a beautiful low polypixel art style, as well as composer Amos Roddy, whose pulse-pounding soundtrack locks you into the rhythm of the action. We can't wait to share with you all.
Time to have a ball in the brand new survival roguelike, Ball Pit.
Yeah.
In the ruins of old
Interesting.
Babylon, you'll battle through auto-scrolling levels with brick-breaking style attacks using a bevy of balls that bounce around the battlefield.
I mean, that
You
is
better believe it. There are
unique.
over 60 randomized balls to equip and combine during your journey. Experiment with powerful
I mean,
and
like,
unexpected synergies to
I wasn't
blast your way
expecting
through the
Peglet
pit.
to
Collect
be a good
resources
roguelike,
as you progress
but I mean,
to build out a new
Breakout as a
Balbalon
roguelike
with over
is also
70
pretty
distinct buildings,
interesting.
earning you additional power-ups, bonuses, characters, and more.
Each region of the pit offers its own special
That's
set
pretty
of
fun.
hazards, on top of swarms of increasingly challenging foes and mighty screen-filling bosses. This pit is packed.
Fortunately, you'll meet other treasure hunters along the way who can add their individual skills and upgradable powers to your arsenal.
Experimentation and adaptation are crucial to the success of new Balbalon. So go out and create total chaos against the approaching hordes in Ball Pit, bouncing its way onto Nintendo Switch 2 this fall.
October
and
15th.
Nintendo Switch
Interesting.
October 15th.
I played Ultimate Chicken Horse like twice and didn't understand why it was supposed to be fun. I'm not trying to say that it's a bad game, but I just didn't get it. So, power to people who liked it, but I don't know. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, pardon me, Ultimate Sheep Raccoon.
スタジオスノブラインドの渋谷です。
音楽担当のヌーです。
カイです。
グレイシャドウは私のホームである北海道の豊かな生態系や寒冷な気候からインスピレーションを受けて生まれました。
Nice.
音楽ではその世界に共鳴すべく声も多用して情景を描きました。
自然にインスパイアされた、それでいて JRPG 的なスパイスの効いたアクションゲームです。遠い未来の海に住む怪鳥の市場として、彼らの視点で展開する物語を楽しんでください。
Living in the ocean many years in the future.
65 million years in the future, the Everwinter has encased Earth within a permanent layer of ice. But under the surface, a new chapter unfolds.
In Glacier, you play as a Twi,
Oh.
an evolved avian species
Okay.
descended from dinosaurs,
I think
endowed
Iron
with the
Pineapple
abilities
did
needed
this,
to
did a
protect
video on
the
this.
Everwinter oceans.
These stunning underwater worlds are full of mysteries that are waiting to be explored and defended.
As you swim through these scenic vistas, you'll engage ferocious marine beasts in real-time combat, unleash melee and ranged attacks, along with special abilities to fell these foes.
Use experience gained from these battles to build up your Twi's wings and various abilities to become the Everwinter's ultimate protector.
Get ready to soar the seas at the end of time in Glacier, launching as a timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this holiday. Before we go, let's check out a few more
Before we
exciting
go,
indie games
it's already
heading
done?
to Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
Surely you jest. This game does look really cute. Like Don't Starve without the self-hatred. Actual books referenced in a book-selling video game? 10 out of 10. Caves of Cud, huh? Oh, this game looked interesting as well. Yoho 50? Yeah, that's good.
That's all for today's Indie World.
Wow.
We hope you enjoyed the games in
15
today's
minutes, huh?
showcase.
A big thank you, as always, to our indie community and
Okay,
partners
well,
for bringing
maybe
their craft,
Crowsworn will show up at
adventures,
Gamescom.
and
That'd be cool.
imaginations to players on Nintendo
I mean,
Switch
it is
2
the kind of thing that Jeff
and
Keighley
Nintendo
would
Switch.
like to praise
Follow
himself
our official
for
Indie World
including.
account
So
to stay up to date on the
We'll see.
latest news from Indie World.
Until next time, happy gaming!
good times then. Okay, well, I will be back to stream Tears of the Kingdom sometime in the next 3 or 4 hours. I don't know. 1 o'clock is usually when I go live for those, because that gives me time to hang out with my sister before she goes to work in the mornings. But we'll see. We'll see if she's awake, because she was up pretty late last night. That usually means she is sleeping in. So, cool. Well, thank you for watching with me. Leave a comment if there's anything that you didn't get to see or you wanted to see and didn't see here that isn't Silksong, because please, we don't need that here. And yeah, until later today, bye-bye!